let's take 5. We gonna break the stigma. Do it for the culture. They think it's an enigma. Break the connotation. Arts and entertainment. Show the variation. From acting to a painting. Let's go into the depths of your craft. Let's go behind the scenes. What's your inspiration? The lines that's in between. I'ma throw a question. You gon' give an answer. We gon' get to laughing. Trust me, it's a pleasure. Change the generation. Become an inspiration. Where did you begin? Do you want to be famous? You rise in your career. Your destiny is near. Go ahead and take 5. A blessing will appear. Take 5, 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 take 5. How you doing, Mr. Fuller?
Good, how are you?
Good. Welcome to Take 5 Interviews.
Thank you.
How you doing today?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm doing good. Enjoying this Thanksgiving week. How about yourself?
I got full.
You got full?
Yeah, I got full. That's all
what
I
you
have
got
to
full
say.
off of? What's your favorite dish?
Mac and cheese, turkey, ham. I didn't have no chicken for the first time.
What?
Yeah,
Oh,
I love
man.
chicken. Greens. I
Gotta
had
have the
sweet
stuffing.
potato pie. I don't eat stuffing.
You don't eat stuffing?
No, it's nasty.
Might have to cancel you, dog. Might have to cancel you.
No, I don't eat stuffing.
That's my favorite Thanksgiving meal. Even past Thanksgiving, that's one of my top 5 besides Philly cheesesteaks.
And I had to have cranberry sauce too. So I love that.
Definitely. Well, let's get on to this interview right here. So, Donta says that you are a teacher, social studies and science. You are an author and a behavioral technician. Please enlighten me on those positions.
Well, I teach social studies, social science. I teach like 7 classes, including a criminology seminar that I do with 9th graders currently. It's a lot of work, you know, teaching 6 classes plus the seminar, and then on top of that, you know, teaching different grade levels. It was kind of a struggle for me at first, but you know, after a while you get adjusted to it, especially when you're not teaching a bunch of students. I'm teaching like 1 grade level each class. So it takes the ease off of me that I'm not teaching like a whole lot of students. And behavior technician job, I work with autistic kids.
Yes.
Like you have a choice to either go to like the clinic to do like a behavior plan to like implement it through your client.
Yes, indeed.
And or you have the choice to, you know, work with them inside their home, and I do the home part right now. I love my job. I love both of my jobs, especially the behavior technician job. It really opens my eyes to how a lot of kids have all these resources to help them socially, help them with their learning disabilities, help them with their cognitive abilities. So I really never knew about any of that until like last year, that they have all these clinics and programs for autistic kids. Because I always wonder like how autistic kids, you know, getting the attention that they need to, you know, survive through their life and stuff. And so when I found out about all of that, I wanted to be a part of it because, you know, I do care about each and every kid, different types of kids and stuff. And I just want to put my foot in the door and just, you know, help with whatever kids need and stuff. And that's my passion.
To backtrack, you said you work on a criminal seminar with 9th graders. Please enlighten me on the type of bullet points y'all hitting there.
So far we worked on like, you know, what is crime? You know, why does crime exist? You know, why do criminals, you know, commit crimes? Recently we worked on like victimology. It's about how you know, victims, like people who are like, you know, a part of a crime, but the crime was done to them, or like
a rape case or something.
Yeah, like rape cases, robberies, like mass shootings and all of that.
Domestic abuse stuff of that nature.
Yeah, and like secondary victims, those are people who were affected by the crime that was done to the primary victim, which is the person who was a part of the crime that was involved in that was the crime that was done to them. So like secondary victims can be like, families, loved ones, teachers, colleagues, all of that.
I assume, since that's one of the classes that you teach, the recent Amber Geiger chase that probably had to open up some doors in regards to like victimization. So, and how the judge, the police officer went about handling the the criminal in regards to the police officer, the ex-police officer, and how the victim's family responded, and the man that forgave her, because a lot of people had biased opinions about it. Some people agreed, some people didn't agree, different communities. So I'm pretty sure that y'all really went into depth in that within y'all seminar. You are an author, and you have recently just dropped your book, Robbed, and I noticed that it is on Amazon. You dropped it June 29th this past year. Please enlighten me on that book.
So I had a chance to distribute my book into like several markets, like Barnes and Nobles online.
Yes, indeed.
And then Amazon. I was really shocked that it got approved on Amazon. So I was really happy about that. And I know some people, they bought the book off of lulu.com. But when I had set out on social media that it was approved on Amazon, some more people bought the book on Amazon.com.
Very high platform. So that raises a lot of people's attention and eyebrows.
Yeah.
So,
So when it first got published on Amazon, it was in the top 200 of the best-selling books. A lot of people don't know that, but it was in the top 200.
That's like a hit from the start.
Yeah, it was in the top 200, and then of course, the volume and the traffic wasn't so high, so it decreased. But I was kind of happy that it was even in the top 200.
You came out with a hit from the start, and I'm pretty sure there are many more that you're about to get up there. It's gonna go from the top 200, top 150, top 100, top 50. Gonna be in the top 10 to be number one. I promise you, my brother. Now, I do want to go back on something that I did not know about you. I did not know you did poetry. Yeah. What type of topics do you like to write about the most?
I like to write about social issues. I like to write about, personal stuff I go through myself, because that's how I even started, writing poetry. It's just stuff I went through growing up. It made me wanted to write it down on paper. It started off as, me writing my feelings down. Then I turned it into creativity. And it helps me, when you write it down on paper and then you say it to people and they hear you, they understand your emotions, they understand how you're feeling, where your mind is at. It feels good afterwards because you connect with people. When I found out I can connect with a lot of people, it made me feel different about myself. It's like I have power to have people connect with me. When you can't even connect with certain people you have in your own life, to know that you can connect with strangers and stuff, that has a powerful meaning to me.
Well, if you don't mind, do you mind at the end of the show, it shows one of your poems? If you have them with you. If not, I totally understand.
I think I can find one online.
All right, say no more, my brother. Say no more. What inspired you to write?
When you're not taught certain things, it's like you have to find your own way to,
learn
keep you sane. Yeah, to keep you sane and learn. So when I figured out that writing was, my way of coping with a lot of things at the time, I knew that, this was a passion that I needed to keep doing. I have other passions too for a certain reason, but writing, it helps me stay sane and keep me focused on what's important, and also it's there as a way to help me cope with a lot of things.
Where does your creativity come from?
It just comes natural. I don't know where it comes from.
Ain't no shame in it.
Like, first it started off like with me writing songs. I don't know where that came from, but then I started writing poems, and I was like, I can rhyme. I don't know, it just comes naturally. I can put like two words together and make it rhyme. I can figure out which line is longer than the other. It's just certain things naturally talented with, and that I guess that's one of my things.
Well, I appreciate you giving me that last answer. And right now, you say you're going to delight us with a poem of yours.
Yes.
So, go ahead. I do not mind hearing this at all.
I'm gonna have to read it from my phone.
Oh, it's totally.
I wrote it like a few years ago. All right, so this poem is called "The Expressive Lad." I wrote this in 2016. My heart covers up the tears I try to hide. Every beat I hear, it reminds me of the deception where your soul lies. I keep the feeling of what you've done to myself. No matter what, I still try to be in good emotional health. Your judgment day has come for me. It will take weeks, months, to a year to rebuild trust in He. God has made a stronger person during the aftermath. He who I call you, my conceiving hero, who I call you. A person who is the reason why my armpit hair started growing at 9 years old. A person who I can't recall being there at one in a lifetime celebration. A person who was miserable living at his incarceration. You called me with drunken nonsense. I talk with calm sense. I feel sad. I felt neglected. How could you do this to me? My mom kept repeating. Do I believe in our relationship repairing? Do I believe I can have the same you in my life again? We'll see if you ever come to your senses. I see hurt in your pretty eyes, lady. I try to understand why. I can't imagine seeing you going through pain. But why do you have to take it out on us? Why? Through your pain, I see tears that I need to be let out. A child needs you to be there emotionally for our health. I can't take your ways. I can't take the reek of all your pain. Please, stop making me feel so ashamed of you acting this way. Infidelity is a bitch that can destroy a marriage. Lying to a child and using them as a pawn is a blowjob gone wrong when the pleasure turns into excruciating pain. Give me signs that you won't hurt my mentality ever again. I shall repair my mind to see the gray in reality. I shall learn to grow from my pain and learn lessons from my elders who made mistakes that damage a young man's emotional brain.
That is Brother Donta Fuller. Nah, awesome, my brother.
All right, thank
awesome,
you.
my
I
brother.
appreciate it.
Thank you for being the third and first male guest on Take 5 Interviews.
No problem.
Any last thing you want to say to your fans out there?
Make sure you get my book, Robbed. It's on lulu.com. The link is in my bio on my Instagram. You can also purchase it on Barnes & Nobles and Amazon.com and other several markets if you just type in Robbed by Donta Fuller. It's out there right now. Go read it, and I'm pretty sure you'll enjoy it.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. So, this is Take 5 Interviews with Deandre Sanders, and yes, we are going to break the stigma.